S&P starting to pump. This is what we want. We want to see the future starting to get a move here. 4 minutes. We're ready to go. Are you ready for the greatest stream in all of cryptocurrency, baby? I can't wait to see you there. Are you ready for the greatest stream in crypto, baby? Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, baby. The dip, you don't want to buy the dip. You don't want to buy the dip, dip. You don't want to buy the dip. You don't want to buy the dip, dip. You don't want to buy the dip. Man, we've done some amazing things. What people don't realize is everyone's watching us on the day-to-day. Everyone's saying, how much do they make on the day-to-day? What are they doing on the day-to-day? But if they keep watching us, if they keep seeing what we're doing, they're going to be like, you know what? You know what? They were stacking Bitcoin when the whole world was freaking out. They were stacking Bitcoin when people weren't paying attention. They were getting it, baby. They were getting it. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Thank you so much for supporting the cryptolifer, man. You have no idea how many haters, how many weirdos, how many people come at me every single day, and I need all my love and all my support from each and every one of you. Thank you so much. You have no clue how much each and every one of your support does for me. Gets me going every morning, gets me pushing, gets me kicking butt every single day. Let's talk about Cat. If you were on the live stream last night on the live stream, this is crazy, but this happens almost every single day. And people will be like, well, and honestly, a lot of times it's not even my credit. I might look at something, go to bed. I wake up the next morning, that thing is gone, baby, gone. You know what I mean? So let's take a look real quick. That guy's really cool. Actually, I want to talk about this guy. This guy's really cool. Daniel Owen. I like Daniel. Daniel, if you're out there, everybody let Daniel know I like him. He does GPU and stuff. He's an awesome YouTuber. He puts in so much, and he's super clear. Ooh, hold up. Gotta get it. This guy's really cool. Right here. Check them out. If you want to learn about computers, if you're really into gaming and you want to know what is the best gaming computer in the game, Daniel Owens is going to break it down for you. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Daniel is the man, dude. Anyway, let's go into the live. I want to look at yesterday's live stream just for a quick second. I like watching cave videos when people get stuck in a cave. That's kind of my thing now. I don't know why. Gets me like off of thinking about a chart, you know. I'm very rarely not thinking about a chart, but when I am, I'm thinking about someone getting lost in a cave. That's my new thing. So who here likes spelunkering? I don't want to do it. I will never do it. That's why I like watching it, because I will never spelunk. You'll never see me doing it. It's just not going to happen. Ooh, hold up. Every day there's something else going on, man. Hold on. It's like I nudge the camera. Sometimes you just nudge the camera or you nudge your desk. It nudges the camera. Things get thrown off. You know what I mean? You just got to learn how to go with the flow, baby. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for being here. So look, we have timestamps on all these beautiful, beautiful videos, which is amazing, right? So if I try to fly through here and I look for this timestamp, what the heck are we talking about over here? This thing called KAT. And you can see me go to draw this. Now, to me, it almost looked like descending triangle vibes, but there was a chance it could pop to the upside, right? It was oversold on the 1 hour time frame. It was getting above a high volume node. Once it got above that node, you could see it bang to the upside, right? And make a bit of a move here. So I had CAT on your radar. You might not have known what it is. You might have never heard about it, right? But you come to my channel and then you're like, bam! And you fall off your floor because you're just like, whoa, what is, dude, it keeps going. That's like one of those green candles that goes through your house. You know what I mean? You're like, wait. Let's watch this in real time. These are fun to do. Like, I live for this stuff. So you're sitting there, you're like, oh, I was going to trade, you know? Hope I find myself a little trade. And you're sitting there, you're like, ooh, that looks nice. Let me put like a couple grand in there, you know? Bam! Oh, you fall off the table, man. 3 hours later, you're in the money. Honestly, still in the money to this day. Like, you're still up 147% from yesterday's live stream. And that's at 24 hours. Like, no, that's less. Sorry, I was on last night at 10 o'clock. It's now 10. That's 12 hours. 12 hours only in crypto. You can take the stock market all you want, but I'll take 500% in 12 hours every single day of the week. So shout out to everybody that, you know, trades crypto, baby, and knows it is what it is, because crypto is the ish. You know what I mean? Crypto is the ish, baby. Like hit. Lifer brings us joy in a bear market. You go, I mean, and is this a bear market? Is that a bear market? Hitting 500% gains in the bear? To me, that's insane. You know what I mean? Like, not normal. So let's get the favorite song pumping. Let's get the bass banging. Let's get it moving. Let's get our waist nice and small because we're working out. Let's get our shoulders nice and big. And let's let everybody know who the alpha males are in the game. No, shout out to the ladies here. Shout out to the men. Shout out to the he, she, it, theys, whatever you call yourself. As long as you love yourself and you love other people, you're a lifer. All right? So consider yourself in a good family. We love you. Let's take a look at ES1. ES1, Bitcoin likes to follow it. If you were watching my channel this morning, I put on an update and I put this flag out. It hadn't broken up yet. But I said, look at this 1 hour tempting to move. I said the 15-minute wants to bang on you. 15-minute, in fact, banged on you to the upside. We've been following ES1 ever since it came down here and made this bullish divergence that we would call out. It would then bounce to the upside. Look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Bit of a cup with a handy there. A little cup of tea, baby, a little cup of tea. Shout out to everybody here. Then we got above the resistance, that high volume node sticking out on the VRVP that I talk about so many times. We broke out and we're on our way to the next one, which is right here, right there at 4139. So S&P on the move, baby. S&P on the move. Bitcoin tends to follow the S&P. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, yeah, just in case. Had a look at the highlights for the Patriots. They got slammed. I was working so hard yesterday, I did not get a chance to watch football. I watched like 5 minutes. I watched the last 3 minutes of Tom Brady's game. That was my Sunday night football. I gave up on normal things. I got a trading group to run. I got things to do. I can't just float around like I used to. Someone said they wanted to see the whole computer build. I just saw someone say, he said, I want to see the whole build. It's a Leanne Lee case. Leanne Lee. You can see the front, the back. All right. Just know it's got that AMD, baby. The front is also clear. That thing is, I am proud of it. I'm very proud of it. As you can tell, I talk about it like it's a baby. It's my little baby. I love that thing. I stare at it all night and like caress it and hold it. And I'm like, ooh, you're so sweet. Make sweet love to my computer every night. If I could put it in bed with me, I would. But it would be too hard because I would be like next to it and we wouldn't be able to really cuddle the right way. You know what I mean? That thing costs more than a baby. Shout out to Emery Thompson in the game. Yes, dude. Dang alien machine. You guys in Boston are Tom Brady fans and Patriots fans. Yeah, no, we love them both. I get to watch 2 games a week now. It's awesome. Even though I don't watch football because I just said I did, but I didn't do it. The old me watch football before I was the cryptolifer. Wow, DAPPT. We saw DAPPT getting busy. And DAPPT just would... Wow. 195% for DAPPT. CREDI. Banging on him. CREDI is another known one we like to play. Equalizer. Banging on him. Gollum. Look at Gollum. Just doing damage. Look at that. Wow. 43%. DAPX. MXW. Max and Arrow. Burp. 26%. Labs banging on him. Soul 3L banging on him. Raven coin. There's my play of the day, baby. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Raven with the kid. Raven for 21% gains. And we've been on Raven. Why? Because we knew when Ethereum merge moved that the miners would have all this money that they put in the mining equipment and they wouldn't know what to do with it. So they're going to have to pick a coin to mine, and they like Raven. So they started mining Raven. You know what I'm saying? And all the people mining Raven, bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? So we know how the ecosystem works. We know what the hot coins that are being based on not just technical analysis, but we also have a good understanding of what's happening in the market. We have a good understanding of what the developers are doing. We have a good understanding of what the miners are doing. Come and hang out with the cryptolifers. We know more than just charts. We will break it down for you in so many ways. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Raven coin for the kid. Raven for gains. We talked about Raven last night on the channel. Pretty sure. Let me take a look here. Almost positivo. Watch me not find it in here. I posted it to the trading group though, so I've been all over Raven for days. FLUX. AERGO. Maybe we didn't touch on Raven last night. Looks like we didn't. Okay. Probably a good idea. I mean, I was trying to give out freebies. You know what I mean? Yeah, we already posted this flag. Bang. Raven was hot. Started looking at it down here, too. I mean, it's up 83% in a few days. Raven coin. Gamey. Kono. Power. Wow. The market's on fire right now. Fort Knoxter. Bounced off the move. AVAX 3L. Banged on him. Look at that. Bang. I was looking at AVAX 3L this morning. I'm like, I like that. Pawn has been on my radar. Pawn likes to fly, baby. Interesting. Let's get into BTC. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Thank you for the 210 lifer likes. What up, lifer? How about them Chiefs? Wow, they look amazing. Super chats. Barkley, 164 yards. Let's go, Giants. Wow, they won by a point, too. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate everyone. 571 people on the live. 217 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. So look, we're going to move on to Bitcoin on the Binance chart. And look at this. This is interesting, but this is where I believe Bitcoin was going to go. 22,000, about 425. And right now it's at 22,424. How was I that close? How can I figure out where Bitcoin's going to go by the dollar? How is that possible? How do we do this on the channel a lot? Well, there's 2 ways to do it. All right. There's 2 simple ways to do this. And I talk about it all the time. And it's not as complicated as you may have thought. The first way is to draw this pennant and to take what's called the measured move. All right. I'm going to take this one out for now. Both of these. So a measured move, right, shows you where price is likely going to go. The measured move there was the length of the pole, which is also the base of the triangle. This is an ascending triangle, as you can see, because it's moving to the upside. Another thing that's happening is the 200-day moving average is moving through the bottom of the pattern. It's a big deal. Whenever I see the 200-day moving average moving through the bottom of the pattern, it tells me that we're likely to get a bounce to the upside. All right? Likely to the upside. Shout out to Christian for the $2. Let's take a look at BRISE for you, Kristen. Send in those super chats, everybody. If you want to look at a coin or even just get recognized, everyone can say what up. Shout out to Christian. Can you take a look at BRISE for the NOK20? Thank you so much. We love you. Appreciate it. The kid. You whippersnapper, you. My back hurts over here. Shout out to Rodney Robinson in the game. Shout out to David Kendall. Shout out to the Blue Crew, East Jordan. And everybody in the house. Love learning. Stanford Mind Co. LLC. What up, lifer? How about them Chiefs, my man? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Gina Bombino, we love you. Thank you, Gina. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday, Gina. Kicking it. You ain't nothing if you don't believe in yourself. I always believed that. I used to say that all the time. You ain't nothing, you don't believe in yourself. So each and every one of you, right now, you're going to go to the mirror. You're going to say, I believe in myself. I'm an amazing being. I am limitless. I can do anything I put my mind to. All right? And that's true. Each and everyone here can do anything they put their mind to. You are limitless beings. There is nothing that can get in your way. This is nothing that can stop you. You are amazing. Each and every one of you, okay? I just want you to know that. When Marv excited, his lights flash faster. Marv gets crazy. Marv gets excited. Marv gets going. And, I mean, produced by AMD, baby. Giving you the clearest graphics, the nicest sound, and the most beautiful, stunning array of graphics in the game. The ROM tray is jammed over and over again. What does that mean? That scares me. Can you take a look at BRISE? We will. Shout out to the chat group. Shout out to everyone. Just wanted to jump in the mix. Say what up. Tell everyone I love y'all and you're awesome. Shout out to Love Learning. You're amazing. All right. Is Peter there to sing Shapapi? Hey, Lois. Hey, Lois. I think I'm gonna grow a beard. Hey, the last time I grew a beard, it was 1967. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up here. Hey, Lois, I think I'm gonna grow a beard. So BRISE bangs on him for 18%. I was talking about it for days. I went over it and over it and over it and over it and talked about it and talked about it and said it's on the daily, it's low in the daily, it's low in the daily. Said it's low in the daily. I drew the Fibonacci and I talked about it over and over again. And it would bang, came back down, now holding a little bit of a lower view. But let's take a look at the daily there. Daily's just getting started. You know, and it could be a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. I'm always open-minded. Anything is possible. But if you look at that setup, I mean, MACD turning, RSI turning, the daily stochastics RSI also wanted to make a bit of a move. BRISE up for 18% gains from when we put it out, basically bouncing right off that golden pocket between the 0.618 and the 0.65. A lot of people think the golden pocket's between the 0.618 and the 0.5. It's not the case. Like, they think it's here. They're like, this is the golden pocket. I actually did that for a while. I'll be honest. For about a year and a half, I thought this was the golden pocket. I'll be honest. I'll admit my wrongs. I eventually got schooled and learned that this was the golden pocket. Eventually, you figure things out somehow, some way. All right? Now, I also learned what the secret Fibonacci is, the 706. If you don't know about the 706, you may want to enter it in. You may want to jump into my trading group and learn about the 706 in the learning library. Watch the videos, get acquainted, get situated. All right. Also, you know, a lot of people, they join trading groups, they get a little confused. I just want to make sure nobody is confused. I'm gonna break down what I did with my life, right? And then you could break down we can just little story time real fast. Just real fast. I was watching YouTube. I wanted to change my life. I found a trading group. I joined the trading group. Number one, right? And then I joined the trading group because I liked the person who started the trading group. I watched him for a month or two online, and I was like, you know what? I like this dude. So I joined his trading group, just like you might watch me. So people then join my trading group. What they do is they then, like, what happens to every trading group in the world gets to be 800 to 1,000 group people. And then there's always like 20 to 30 people that like start talking amongst themselves, and then they go off on their own and make another group. This happens I've been in a trading group for 5 years before my trading group. So I've seen it happen many, many times. And then eventually people find out and people get removed. And the point of the story is, whatever happens, it doesn't matter. Like, I will move forward and continue. It doesn't matter. The point of the story is this. I was not that wealthy, right? My bank account was wherever it was. I joined the trading group. And what did I do? I listened to the mentor in the trading group, right? I listened to the person that I found online. I didn't listen to anybody else in the trading group. I'll be honest. I didn't. You know, other people, I had ideas. Well, that's not true. When people reiterated what he taught, I listened to them. But I didn't go off listening to everybody else. I stuck to the system that they had in this group. You know what I mean? One system. Everyone else, you know, and you'll see other people try to throw their system, and I would be like, no, I'm going to do this. And then I stayed out of the chat room. There was a chat room. I never went in it. I never involved myself in it. Maybe once a month I would say hi and get to know people and be like, wow, that was cool. And then I would go back to the charts. We have a learning library in my trading group. All right, let me show you what it is. And in the learning library, we teach people how to trade, basically. You know, other groups are signals groups and chat groups. All they have is like the signals and the chats. But in my group, we have what's called a learning library. We have a place you can actually learn how to trade. I have a plethora of information that I've been putting out, video after video, that I continue to add to. And this stuff is new too. Anyone can give you fundamentals. I'm teaching you price trap action, what they're doing to us right now, how to watch through cryptocurrencies. There's even impermanent loss videos about how to yield farm, right? Passive income, rising wedges, like this is just so much information in here. There's hours and hours. There's a Fibonacci class, a support and resistance class. You know, I'm teaching you what a complex inverted head and shoulder is, why, what's going on. There's a BOOKMAP class. There's a liquidity pool information. There's so much here for you. And then on top of it, you have the TA question. This is where you can go and say, hey, look, Enic and BTC, wick down to the 706, something I'm watching. So he's looking at this, he's pulling his fib. And people are starting to understand what's going on and using Fibonacci levels, right? And people are asking each other questions and they're deep diving. And this, I'll be honest, this is where I spent all my time. We had a 99 group, but honestly, the owner of the group eventually got rid of the 99, like the chat. He basically deleted the chat room and he said, I only want people posting your charts. He said, only charts only. He said, no more talk, just charts. Now, I would like to keep this open and have people have fun, but I want to keep people focused. You know what I mean? So I just want to say what I did to become more wealthy than I used to be. I joined a trading group. I listened to the guy who started the trading group, right? I joined into the trading room. And then what I did is I spent all my time in the learning library helping other people. Like once I learned what the MACD is, I saw someone post a chart and I'd be like, oh, your chart's good, but you didn't put, like I'd see something like this. I'd be like, could you put some support and resistance lines in here? You know, this looks pretty good above the POC. Null's BTC about to make a bit of a move here. My man, Toby, that's on point, bro. I like that. So, and I would just spend all my time helping beginners in the trading group. By doing that, I was able to perfect my own skill and realize that I love to help teach. So to get better at this, I didn't spend any time talking to anyone. I just spent my time grinding. And most of the time I was helping people and going over, you know, and so I just want to just tell you what I did to get where I'm at. You know what I mean? I didn't join a side group. I didn't talk to 100 other people. I didn't get distracted from the group I was already in. I stayed focused. I did exactly what I was told by the mentor, and I stayed on it. I believed in him, and I kept moving forward. To me, that's how I did it. I can't really tell you any other way. That's how I did it. That's how I got here. Now I'm here. So I just want to make a positive, amazing statement about the beauty that it brought to my life to stay consistent and focused. You want to be consistent and focused. Anything that takes you away from consistency and focus is not needed. Ask yourself, are all the groups I'm in consistent and focused? Is everyone in here consistent and focused? Or is it all over the place? You know what I mean? Do I have more focus or less focus since I joined, you know what I mean? So-and-so's, you know? So the key is I'm pushing out focus. And my elite traders are focused. Everyone is focused. Shout out to Toby, CBZ on point. Oh, wait. You're funny. Laser Focus, King of TA, the original lifer. Shout out to Calderonster, baby. Thank you. Any specific order on watching the videos? Honestly, the boot camp is what you need at the beginning. I would watch the boot camp immediately. The boot camp is free, too. If you join the trading group, you have access to the boot camp immediately. Join the trading group. Look at gains on gains. AVAX USDT. Banged on them out of the cup and handle for 18%. Cat banged on them last night, 381%. I mean, that's even more than that, really, but that's insane. AERGO banged again on the flag last night, which was crazy, in 40 to 50 minutes for gains. It's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. So look, BRISE getting sold off. How likely Bitcoin's getting a bit of a fall? I mean, after a pump for Bitcoin. So let's take a look. What do we see happening for BTC? Well, what I like is it got above this area here, my green area, this green zone. Look at that. Resistance, 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 resistance. So beautiful move that it banged to the upside here. You know what I mean? And now it's pushing, you know, now 15 minutes pushing to the downside, but it seems to want to consolidate. So this is what we're looking for. What is consolidation? Consolidation is sideways price action when the oscillators push down. Let me say that again. Consolidation is sideways price action when the oscillators push down. Let me show you a beautiful way to trade. And this is my style, my trading style. Check it out. We can go here and group this stuff, and I'm going to put it down, and we're going to look at it in a different light, in a different way. All right. Bear with me, man. So check it out. We go back in time. Watch this. Use the replay tool a lot to teach yourself how to trade. So look, I just want to show you the beauty of my trading style. All right. So the 1 hour is going to come back to the upside. Likely the stochastics are low. At that point, I would suggest that we wouldn't go any lower. Why? Because every time the stochastics were below the dotted line, look, we pump. Here we went sideways. Here we went kind of sideways. All right. Here we pump. Here we pump. Here we pump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 2 times out of like 8 did we not pump. You know what I mean? So it shows signs of life there. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. So once I see that, I'm like, all right, look, rep up 1.46%. I love the ticker down there. Pretty sick. You know what I mean? And follow me on all socials, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and where else are we? We're somewhere else. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. There we go. And YouTube. So look, this is likely to make a move. So you got the move. But look, now it's coming back down. So what you do is you begin to flag out. And why do you do this is because if it stays in the flag, then you got something going. So you want to see the oscillator reset. Because the oscillator is going to reset. Now normally, look, the oscillator goes up, comes down. Price goes up, comes down. Right? Look, oscillator came up, came down. Price went up, came down. Normal price action. Came up, came down. Came up, came down. The constant is that the SRSI is always going to be doing this. You need a constant. Now, sometimes it'll half flip, but for the most part, it's going to be doing this. You need a constant in any scientific experiment, right? That's how you do it. And then you get your variable. Who took biology? So you get your constant, you get your variable, right? So now you got price action. Price action is either doing this while this is happening. So every time you come up, you're going to come back. And this is how I short the market. We make a high. Stochastics get high. Stochastics come back down and make a new high. If the price doesn't make a new high above this high, I short it. Stochastics are likely to bring you down. Price action can also go up, right? Or sideways. So if I'm coming up, coming down, and each time that I come back down, I make a high that's higher than the previous high, it's a pretty good idea that I can long that. And that's usually a bull flag. And that's why you get the bull flag to the upside. Stochastics are low at the bottom of the pair, up at the bottom of the pattern. Now, if they're sideways, it's also a good sign. What I like is, so price action is going up, coming down. Oscillator's going up, coming down. All right? Price action comes back up. It's high now, right? This is price right here. Oscillator comes back up. But all of a sudden, price goes like this. When the oscillator goes down, I'm in the money, baby. And I know I'm likely to get paid. So I've taught you this now easily. You should rewind this and look at this. This should be clipped out. This is the science, all right? Like, this alone can make, like what I just showed you right now, you could take that and make money for the rest of your life with. I'm telling you right now, that was gold, straight gold. Now, some people won't recognize it as gold because they're not deep enough into the charts to understand. But if you know what I'm talking about right here, and you ever pick up on what I just put down, it looks like squiggly lines. But I'm telling you right now, as my hand disappears into the abyss, they're sucking me up. Anyway, so this right here is amazing. All right, amazing. So if you can pick up what I'm saying, unreal. All right. Stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for more. Marv, stop attacking Sam, please. You'll get fed later. Marv, leave me alone up there. For crying out loud, Marv. It made complete sense. Crypto billionaires. So, this is how you train oscillators, because oscillators are pulling up and down on you every time. If they can't pull the price down, it's showing pressure, showing buy pressure. Let's get my squiggles out of here. We don't need those. All right. So this is how I'm able to be super. That's why when people come here, I'm like, well, he did it again. He did it again. He did it again. It's pretty simple. I focus. I do the same thing over and over again, and I get results. It's quite simple. You know what I mean? I'll take a look at the 1 hour now, and you let it play out. And then if you end up getting a pop, see? Now, measured move is up here. 24,000. That's just what it is. Okay? That's just the length of this pole. Okay? That's what we see happening. We got above resistance. It's a big deal. Just want to simplify this. So as long as Bitcoin can stay above 21,922K, we're in the money. You know what I mean? We're in the money. And we talked about that weekly support too. Remember last night? I also talked about as long as we stayed above 21,300, that was that weekly support. Had we broken 21,300, it didn't look good because you could see the weekly was going to struggle there, you know. Lifer given the secret sauce. And everybody, we really need you guys. Help me. It's you people who push us all the way. It's you people who get us all the way to the top. When you hit that like button, when you keep us moving, you get 1,000 people on this live. Right now, today's a day you could get 1,000 people on the live. You really could. The 300 people that don't want, you know, hit that like button. We have splints and ice for people that may hurt their hand on the way to the like button. It's okay. So don't worry, risk free. We'll be able to help you on your way. You may just hit just a little tip. Oh, it hurts. You know, I was hitting that like button and I sprained my finger. We have ice packs and splints for you standing by. We're there for you. Do not worry. So, all right. So there's your measured move. This is your measured move for Bitcoin, 24,000. You know what I mean? So what I don't like is the bearish divergence. See that? Which tells you to short the market. Should always short the bearish divvy, kid. Short the bearish divergence. All right. Good time to take profits was earlier this morning, too, kind of when we woke up. That was when the money was high on the money range. All right. So, moving forward, let's go look at the show here. Let's take a look at the dollar index. Let's break it down. Okay, so my messiness. Oh, yeah, you could just delete that. Delete all this brush nonsense. Excellent. Okay. Broke to the downside DXY. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up. There is some bullish divergence on the 1 hour for the dollar index. However, it's pushing up and not getting above the next high vol. Like, see, I just showed you. This is exactly, look, this is the example I just talked about. So let's break this down as a group here. We just went over this as a team. So let's go over it again. I can teach you how to find your way in trading. I can teach you how to get to the next level. I can teach you how to change your brain, baby. So check it out. It's all about your subconscious mind and becoming, you know, recreating who you are every single day of your life. Memo from the West Coast guys. I know that's what you thought. I'm bullish on bacon. Shout out to Gregory. We should be able to hit the like button twice. Come on, YouTube. Make it happen. Bullish div on the DXY, the 1 hour and the 2 hour time frame. Joe Ferguson. Come on, hit the Y. You called it out. Nice job. What main brokers do you use and trust? Okay. No, you were here before me, Gina. David Kendall. If you pull a fib on Gina Balbina, she has golden pockets. That's funny. First time you came, what main brokers do you use and trust? I use Coinbase, Binance US, KuCoin, Max Global. Who said bacon? I'm over here checking likes. Don't play with me now. Bacon? Thanks, King, for life. Thanks, King Lifer, for everything. Shout out to Drake, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, King. So look, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. All right? That's bullish divergence. But this is your resistance point. Divergence plays out up until a point. but you must break resistance. So previous support becomes new resistance. We bounced here, but we fell through the area. We couldn't get the double bottom. Not a good sign for the dollar, right? And now it's trying to bearishly retest the 108 area. I want to see this dump to the downside, baby. Continue to dump. Falling wedges that dump fall nicely and violently fast to the downside, the length of the base here. Bang. And so we should see the dollar drop down to 106. The 1 hour is getting overbought. Now, anything could change. This could end up making an inverted head and shoulder here. So we'll stay open-minded to this idea. All right, do we get a bounce? I would love it if the dollar never gets back above 108.35, at least for now. You know what I mean? 4 hours wants to bounce hard too, and, you know, it's interesting. You got almost a little bit of hidden bullish in a way, slightly, but... So let's see what the 1 hour does. I don't want to see if I want to make sure the 1 hour just rolls over. It does look likely to roll over here and help Bitcoin, you know, pump. So let's take a look at the 15-minute too, which is getting overbought and making a bit of a rising wedge. So look, I mean, rising wedges break down 68% of the time, and that's a bit of a bear flag, if you ask me. You flip that upside down, and that looks like a bullish flag that breaks to the upside for an altcoin that we play. See that? How many times have we played a flag like that? Everybody? Anybody? Anybody? So to me, let's get a dump here. Let's get a shoulder. Look, that's a shoulder, head, and shoulder there too. Anyone else see that? So that looks bearish to me for the dollar. I'd like to see this 50-minute come up, just get rejected, and take another dump easy to the downside. Dollar back to 107.42. That is strong signs for Bitcoin to continue to the upside, hold its level, and continue to pop. So that's interesting. 34,400 subs and climbing. Relatively small gains, but it's a big deal for me. I'm up $100. Thank you for the knowledge and working so hard for us. May we check OPE, please? Shout out to Amber Coleman. Hey, it's one step at a time, Amber. It's one step at a time. One step back, one step forward. As long as you're not going backwards. As long as the 100 becomes 110. 110 becomes, you know what I'm saying? As long as you are not going backwards, that's all that matters. Trust me. You know what I mean? There's many people. Think about how many people went backwards today. You know how many people got liquidated today? We can look at BOOKMAP. We could talk about it. You know what I mean? A lot of people got liquidated horribly today and lost a lot. So, are you one of those people? I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm still moving with my cash. I'm still moving with my capital. That's the thing about leverage trading. When you leverage trade, you can lose every single penny. When you spot trade, you lose what you lose. I mean, you could lose everything spot trading anyway, but at least you'll get back the shares you had. Like, you know, maybe they go to zero, but at least you have the shares. Leverage trading, you got absolutely nothing. And I'm loading up BOOKMAP here, and you can see BOOKMAP already kind of teasing us with 22,500. See that? With no liquidity anywhere else. But let this load. Let me get it in. I got a little more information here too on the aggregated, and this is awesome. This is BOOKMAP data where they can basically amalgamate Binance futures, Bybit, and OKX. And we get a kind of complete picture of the whole situation here. Way more liquidity up here, 22.5, but that's also a sell wall. 2,500 Bitcoin right there. That's some of the most Bitcoin I've ever seen. So look at that huge sell wall right there. So likely that's going to be a major barrier to get across. Likely we are getting it sucked up to that. Does it create a short squeeze is the question. But I mean, if we don't go to 22,500, I will be... I could say we almost hit it earlier though too, and we got rejected. Now it's heavy resistance. 2,464 Bitcoin. That's insane. 400 Bitcoin. I mean, you're talking 3, 4, 5,000 Bitcoin up here in these levels. Not a lot of Bitcoin in the buys though. So I mean, who's going to buy up the Bitcoin if there's no buy orders? Interesting. So the liquidity is up here. 2006, 22,006, 22,800. There is the liquidity, right? It's right. Look at that heat map. It's like, it's hot to touch, man. It's so hot. You don't want to put your hand on a heat map. I did it. It wasn't fun. The thing is still smoking. Jeez Louise. So the dollar index looking like we could get a bit of a dump here. All right. We'll keep up on that, but that looks pretty sweet. S&P continuing to make moves, baby. S&P continuing to make movies. All right. 7-minute, 5-minute resetting for possible more gains. And this is small ball. I don't want you to get caught up in this if you're a beginner, but if you've been trading for a while, understand these concepts, right? Things move when things move fast, they move on the smaller time frames. Can the 5-minute continue to pump, get us to 41.46? That was that significant level that I've been looking at. Total market cap for all of cryptocurrency. All right. Super important that we stay focused on the total market cap. Back above $1 trillion, big deal. Do we ever go below again? There's a chance we don't. There's a chance that this was our giant bottom here. Look at that. That's a double bottom, baby. Even though it's a higher low, I mean, that's a, low, high, higher low. We must put in a higher high, though, and it looks like we may not. So that's just what kind of worries me, but it is a slanted, inverted head and shoulder, too. Slanted, inverted head and shoulder for total market cap. Take that measured move of the slant, and that's taking you back up here to about $1.5 trillion. I mean, that would be a beautiful move. Hey, that's what the TA suggests will happen. We got above the high volume node. When you do that, you're likely to go where? To the next high volume node. Honestly, the next one really is here. The biggest one sticking out. Let's take a look here. When I take all the liquidity out. And understand this concept with me. I mean, it's really right there. It's two, let's see. Okay. So we broke these nodes. We come up. Yeah, I mean, it's right there. It's right where I just circled too, which is interesting, right? 1.7 trillion, 1.5 and 1.7 trillion. So just by the VRVPR code, you have broken above this node. Usually when you break above the node, you travel till you hit the next bigger nodes. Just how it works. I've showed it to you many, many times now. I showed it to you last night. And go back and watch it. How long does it take for you to reprogram yourself and have the first results with trading? I think it takes about 1.5 years, personally, to get the brain really where it needs to be. What do you think the low will be for Bitcoin at December? I have no clue. I don't think like that. I take it one step at a time. That doesn't mean anything to me where it will be in December. I want to know where it's going to be tomorrow, next few days. You know what I'm saying? All I need to know is be 80% accurate on where Bitcoin's going to go in the next 5 hours to 10 hours. If I can do that, then I'll be able to track Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like the total market cap. You're asking me where I think the total market cap is going to be in December. Well, you know what? It's got to get above 1.35 before it can get to 1.89. I'll tell you that. So I don't really need to know where it's going to be in December. I need to make sure it gets above this zone in the next couple weeks. So I look at the task at hand and I play what I see. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of how I look at it. I try not to project, think, believe, or make all these crazy weird assumptions about where the price will go. I think that's how you lose a lot of money. And I think that's how you kind of get yourself caught up. So I tend not to do those things. I almost forgot about my old falling wedge that breaks out and breaks back into the wedge. That's a wedge now that could break to the upside. I completely forgot about that. Now I see it for what it is. That wedge could break us out to the upside. That's a falling wedge that breaks out 68% of the time. I'm looking at that 3-day chart. The 3-day chart looks beautiful for a lot of coins. Last time the 3-day chart was low, we got a nice pump to the upside. I'm expecting somewhat of a move, at least back to 1.34. I'd love to get us above this resistance. That's what I'm aiming on. I want to see the total market cap on this 3-day chart for the next, basically, it takes how many? 15? I'd say 21 days. So 3 weeks from now, I expect the total market cap to be somewhere up in here to $1.54 trillion. If this inverted plays out, this falling wedge breaks to the upside, and the 3-day chart continues to move. So I like what I'm seeing for the 3-day. Lack of bearish momentum. MACD just recrossed again for an upside move. You got move on the RSI, and you got stochastics RSI pointing to the upside for the total market cap. So hey, this is a higher low. We got above resistance here at $910 billion. And I hope we can stay there, right? That's the total market cap for all of cryptocurrency, everybody. Important that you look at it every day because you just want to see certain levels. Another thing that I've talked about, which no other YouTuber discussed, I never saw them go over it, was the fact that the simple 200, which is technically the bottom, was never broken by the total market cap. Yes, it may have been broken by Bitcoin, but the total market cap never closed the candle below this line. We actually bounced off it again to the upside. If we end up below it, fine. I will concede we're in a multi-year bear market and it's over. But until then, I mean, this has shown the bottom many, many times, and the total market cap last bottom bounced right off this again, same time. Not saying we can't revisit it, but sup, is SUP a good hold? Much love to all. Shout out to Chris Do Pants. I've never heard about it. We'll take a look at it. You sound like a shill though. That does look like a shill. Super chats, Op and Soup, a good hold. Shout out to Op. Shout out to East Jordan. Thank you for coming on in. Monthly and yearly charts work too, guys. Sam's right not to make predictions, but monthly and yearly charts play out. Oh, they really do. They do. They do. Like right now, if you just forget about everybody, it's simple. It's time to start buying cryptocurrency in droves because the monthly's super low. Whenever the monthly's this low is when you start accumulating crypto. You know, these are the lows. These are when no one's paying attention. The summer lows when no one's paying attention always, for me, have always been great buys. The summer lows have always, because no one cares about crypto during the summer. They're all out doing their thing. Only the diehard people that love crypto, people just, you know, they want to travel the world. They want to have fun. I also keep showing hidden bullish divergence on the total market cap on the monthly chart. Last time we saw it on the monthly chart, we had a massive move to the upside. I mean, we haven't seen this. I'm going to be talking about these things, showing these. This is the monthly for the total market cap. Screaming that this is a bottom here of some type, shape, and form. So, again, I can't, you know, look at the 33 there. 1033333. So, you know, it is what it is. I've been buying Bitcoin up like you read about in droves. So, Flux holding support on the 4 hour. We are paying attention every day. Shout out to Crypto Clan. Love my Shuli. Super chats. Thank you so much for everyone being in here. Appreciate you all. Everybody. Shout out to the 755 people. Everyone, we have 1,000 people on the live stream last week. I would love to get there again. We're educating people. We're nailing it. We watched the short squeeze last night. It was unbelievable. No one else did that. We got almost 5,000 views on the live stream last night. It hasn't even been 10 hours. We are crushing it. We're doing a great job, but we could do an even better job. Who here knows we can do better? I know we can do better. And honestly, we can always think we can do better. That's how you do better. That's how you progress in life. So if you know we can do better, if you're behind me, I'm behind you. It didn't sound right if you're behind me. But if you're with me and I'm with you, right? Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to 1,000. I would love to see 1,000 people. We get almost 300 more likes here. And who knows what that could do. I'm actually just interested to see what those likes will do to the algorithm. To me, I'm just fascinated by just, you know, results. Like, we put this in, we see a result. Like flipping a coin. I love all that stuff. So hit the like button. See what happens. See if we can actually breach it to 1,000. Look at the way we're moving. Boom. It's because you were hitting the like here, you hitting the like here. I'm not, you know, I'm producing content, but each and every one of you that's showing the love, showing the support, and really getting us to the next level. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I can get behind that. Thank you. Eric Crown has long-term levels on Bitcoin that are very accurate. Loving your energy, man. Thank you. Do you sleep? Well, there is so much opportunity for gain, or you don't care. Do you sleep? Well, there is so much opportunity for gain, or you don't care. Do you sleep? I don't know what you mean. I mean, I sleep when it's time. I take naps during the day. Like today, I might take a nap from 1 to 2. Don't worry. I take good care of myself. Trust me. All right? I take very good care of myself. All right. Trust me. I had a massage last week. I had a nice 1 hour Thai wellness massage where my back was just stretched out and I take very good care of myself. Trust me. There's a reason I wake up every day ready to go. You can't wake up every day ready to go if you don't take care of yourself. Simple as that. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones, make it a bit of a pump to the upside. All right. We took a look at the 15 minute and the 15 minute looked like it didn't look too great, but let's take a look here. So we woke up this morning to a gap up again on the Dow, which is pretty nice, and a massive move back to the upside. Dovishness, you know, we can get rid of this right shoulder. We just plowed ahead for the Dow Jones. However, the 50 minutes overbought. The 1 hour is getting overbought. The 4 hour is getting overbought, right? The daily has legs. So I like what I see. When the daily has legs like that, it's time to flag out the 4 hour time frame. So all we need is a bit of a Sammy cup and Hattie to the upside here. So let's take a look. I'm going to get rid of this line, this line, this line, this line. So we got this falling wedge. We bounced here. I kept showing this, which was hidden bullish divergence. I don't know anyone who listened to me, but I kept saying that we're going to likely get a bounce here on the Dow Jones based on hidden swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. You should get a bounce with low stochastics in the MACD crossing. It's exactly what happened for the Dow Jones. We talked about the hidden bullish. We went over it many, many times. So now when we break this down, we take a look at the Dow Jones. Bit of a cup and handle here. Sammy cup and handle. I know they call me the cup and handle man, but hey, sometimes you got to draw it the way it is. So look, this is a handle. I'd like to see the 4 hour reset to the downside here, maybe even halfway, something like this. I'll put an alert here on the Dow. May not let me. I'll see. I think I can, though. And I'd like to see the Dow go no lower than 31,950 and continue to the upside. It has a great measured move on that Elliott. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. You know I don't love it. You can see, I've seen it overlap in my work. So, and that could bring the Dow up to 33,673. So we're calling a move for the Dow out of this cup and handy to the upside. Daily still has move. We got to see the 4-hour reset. I like what I'm seeing for the Dow Jones Industrial, baby. I like what I'm seeing for the Dow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you want me to look at a coin, like how's Bond looking, send in a super chat, please. I'm doing better. Better I'm doing. Shout out to Tori. We love you, Tori. Let's take a look at CELR for my man, Tori. You're the man, dude. Got to look at CELR for you. Got to look at CELR for the dude. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So CELR network on KuCoin. Let's zoom in here. So we talked about CELR in this giant cup and handle. If you remember, just like I showed you right now, what we saw on the Dow. Interesting, right? Get a bit of a bounce. This also had that hidden bullish on the daily time frame, if I remember correctly. Swing up to swing up, but swinging to the downside here. That is hidden bullish divergence. We also bounced here off the 706 Fibonacci, a level that I always look into. We also bounced here off the 0.618 and the 0.65 level, and we started to make a move to the upside. There was also a little bit of a triangle in there, a descent error that got dumped, but pumped back up with the Bitcoin move. Daily is overbought, and we're not getting above resistance. Same scenario here. Do we end up making some type of wedge, flag before we move to the upside? That would be the most bullish scenario. Daily's a little overbought for CELR, right? But CELR's, doing great after that. Look at that huge bump. Came back down for the retrace. Found itself at the 0.65, 706 golden pocket area. Is attempting to make a move back to the upside. It has a huge measured move up almost dang near 100, over 100%, 106. But the daily does look like it has to pull off. However, that 3-day looking absolutely scrumptious. Is it time to start trading the 3-day? It's possible. It's my old 3-day chart. You know what I mean? I need to wait for the entire market to dump before the 3-day really starts to bring fruition to my life. The 3-day is starting to show some love. So the 3-day is very, very interesting on CELR. And you're going to see me start talking more about the 3-day. You will see my entire trading style change if the market shifts. We won't be scalping so fast on the 7 and the 15. We'll be using more bigger time frames. You'll see me, swing trading the 4-hour, 22. And all different, 3-day too. You start seeing me talk about the 3-day chart. ETH BTC is super important that we look at it. I saw it in this bearish divergence recently. It did fall to the downside. It's at the top of this bigger channel that I have drawn. Let's take a look. Why is this important? Because how ETH tracks Bitcoin and how Bitcoin tracks ETH is important, right? The all-time high for ETH Bitcoin right there too, right? I believe in June of 2017. I'll never forget that one time. It was like out of control. They got really close. The dominance levels were so close, you could not, it was insane. You know what I mean? I'd never seen anything like that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So look, resistance. We double topped here for ETH BTC. And chance, man, daily's coming back down though. It's interesting. We broke above previous resistance, which is very nice. Got a shoulder head and a right shoulder in a bit there too. Not easy to see, but it's there. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Daily is coming back down. 3-day chart, like everything else, looks absolutely beautiful for a move. Getting lower. That is an inverted head and shoulder, even though it's not easy to see. Actually, I see a new pattern here forming now. We're in this ascending triangle that we fell out of, but fell back into. You see this? This is very interesting. So now I'm looking for a move here for ETH BTC. Likely to continue to beat up on Bitcoin, which tells me that the altcoins will continue to move. This is the outlier. This is the head for Bitcoin. So as long as we stay above this trend line, altcoins are going to continue to move. And if ETH BTC beats up on Bitcoin in the way it does here, that's a substantial move right there. 0.7 to 0.12, that'd be a pretty nice move, right? You slap a Bitcoin in here, you end up with a Bitcoin and a half. ETH BTC looking nice on the 3-day chart. Again, long-term trades are hard. You make the trade and you just got to kind of commit and let the trade go. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. I'm just talking about long-term trades. They're not easy. but they pay out so well if you can really ride them out and go through. So ETH BTC looking somewhat bullish to me. We saw this ascending triangle inside of this bit of an ascending triangle. Do we go sideways even in there? Anything is possible. That looks like we may bounce to the upside there. Very interesting, ETH BTC. Total 3 is the entire market cap of all of the cryptocurrencies, excluding ETH and Bitcoin. So it's just the altcoins. And they finally got a major move here on this falling wedge in the 3-day chart. Look at this. It's all about the 3-day chart. Look at that. That is a beautiful measured move to the upside. That would take us to a nice level here. Back to the resistance to $450 billion, right? So, and get us back. We just broke 382 resistance. We got above this node. And if we get above this node, we're likely, you know, it's honestly, this looks very likely to me. 3-day chart suggests that's the one that we could just pay attention to and get paid on. Lack of bearish momentum on the 3-day. Falling wedge broke out, got above the high volume node. I mean, that's confirmation of a possible continuation to the upside, to the area of $428 billion. So I'm calling bull. All right. I'm calling bull. And I've also been somewhat psychic my whole life. I know you don't believe me, but it's weird. I've had a weird way of kind of calling stuff. And look, going all in here is strange. I wonder if that will stay for years to come. You never know. You never know. But if Bitcoin bounces back, right? Amazing. The battle for 20K. Just remember where we were before and where we are now. The pump is real. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. You people are unbelievable. It's you who make the stream amazing. It's you who interact. It's you who make it fun. Bang, bang, bang. Life gets learned here. Shout out to Gregory, the sniper. Shilling is life. Wob of the fibs. And everybody. Every single Tuesday, we teach class. Every single Tuesday, I teach class. All right. And I thought it was the last. Why do we do this? Oh, the first Saturday of every month. Yeah. Every single Tuesday and the first Saturday of every month, jump on in to my trading course. All right. I actually have the right flyer now. This one's actually a Tuesday class. It's an old flyer, though. But it's awesome. I love the course. It gives me hope that people are going to, you know, I don't know, change their lives and really do the work. That class really inspires me that people are going to do unbelievable things with their life. So jump on in whenever you can. All right. It's every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. I teach this class. $60 if you're already in the trading group. We have lowered the cost of it because we want to make more people educated. We want more people to understand what's going on. It's another thing. If you don't take that beginner's course and you decide to jump into another group, or you're not learning, or you're struggling, because I see people do this. I did it even. You join a trading group and then you don't listen to the guy who made the trading group, and you wonder, why am I doing that? It's weird. It's a detrimental behavior, because the person that you join, that's the person that you would like to see. You know what I mean? Like, that's who you want to be listening to. But you end up getting caught up and listening to 100 other traders. At the time, it seems right because they posted a few gains that look hot, but you never see their P&L. They don't show up every day. You don't know much about them. You don't see them. You don't really know their vibe. So you don't really know what you're getting. You know what I mean? So look, this is a bit of a flag here. See, as I flag out Bitcoin, and that could easily get us to 23,360. That's my measured move for Bitcoin. Honestly, from what I'm seeing, overall world markets and everything, yes, the daily wants to dump at some bigger time frames, but I am seeing signs of bullishness. We're above these POCs. We're above these big resistance moments. So as long as Bitcoin stays above 21,800, I remain bullish. Remember, I do that other thing, right? If Bitcoin doesn't get above this level, I remain bearish. Now, if Bitcoin stays above 21,800, I remain bullish. So I would continue to, I would long support. That would now be support for Bitcoin. So that would be a long support here. So if this 1 hour can continue and make a bit of a flag, that would incentivize me to possibly long some Bitcoin back up to this area. All right. The daily's a little overbought, which kind of, so we watch this flag. And again, at any moment in time, this could start to dump out of here. And that's going to let me know that it's not going to make the flag. And then that's when I would flip to a possible bearish retest of this area in a short. So I'm ready to long or short in the next hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what Bitcoin does. And that's what you have to be doing. You have to be open-minded at any single moment in time as to what could be happening to Bitcoin. You can't be like, I'm going to do this exactly now, I'm going to do that. No, because it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's not how it works. All right. And let's do a fun tweet today. What could we think about? What was on my mind, honestly, was You know, name a coin better than Flux. And why? Name a coin better than Flux and why, baby. I would want to know. You know what I mean? Let me know what you got. Name a coin better than Flux and why. Out there on the Twitter feed. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And I can tell you what's kind of trending too as well, which is important because what trends pops, right? What trends tends to pop. 3 major crypto events to make this week most important for the market. All right, CPI data release, the Ethereum merge, and the FOMC meeting. So CPI data release. With another release of inflation data, the market will receive a direct signal about upcoming changes in the monetary policy of the United States, which affects the crypto market heavily. If inflation data remains below market expectations, financial regulators around the world should ease up on actions that work against on assets like cryptocurrencies. If the opposite scenario commences, we will most likely see another plunge. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. The 3-day chart suggests that they're going to be dovish on us and we are going to pump to the upside. The 3-day chart suggests we get a pump, but who knows? Ethereum merge, the hottest topic in cryptocurrency, does not need any additional coverage. The fundamental change in the biggest ecosystem. So we got the merge for Ethereum in the FOMC meeting. All right, super important. The FOMC meeting. Yet another rate hike should not be a surprise. 0.75 is what we're looking at. The only scenario which are going to be a sudden jump of volatility is an expected hike to 100 basis points, which is 25 higher than expected. I severely doubt that'll happen, but you know, funny, Mike Novogratz, my dude. And so that's some key information. You definitely want to be privy to that. On the 13th, the CPI data is released. So that's tomorrow. That could rock the market. So remember, be easy. We're going to see some volatility, highly likely tomorrow with that data. Bitcoin surges to 22,000, but its dominance keeps dropping. That's okay. Bitcoin dominance is expected to drop, the world's largest currency, if more and more people are getting into crypto and more people are adopting new and interesting cryptocurrencies. It's okay for the dominance to drop. Google adds countdown for the Ethereum merge. The merge is almost among us. However, it is never too late to show support. As we show by one of the largest technology companies in the world, Google, the search engine giant, has added a countdown to the highly anticipated event. The countdown shows up when a user looks for something related to the Ethereum merge. Pretty cool. So look, you go to Google. I'd like to experience that myself a little bit. Two days, 17 hours, and 39 minutes to the merge, with the hash rate and everything else going. Why the merge could change the future of cryptocurrency. These common myths about Ethereum merge could trip up investors. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Is ETH going to take a dump to the downside? I'll show you the charts and I'll show you the news. Let's take a look at what Ethereum. We already showed you it looks pretty bullish against Bitcoin. That tells me that it's probably likely to make a bit of a move. This giant double bottom here too for the total market cap, which is holding a higher low after that massive influx of money, also showing me some signs of life. And this 3-day chart, which looks absolutely beautiful, is also shedding some light onto where ETH may be going. So, hey, you come to this channel for insight and deep thought process, that kind of, an amalgamated thought that can give you a whole idea, ostensibly throughout. So, look, I mean, I'll check later. You know what? I don't know if it is. I try to get into the chat, but you guys have a whole world without me now. It's so weird. Hope you had a blessed weekend. In your opinion, how long does it take the 50-minute, 4-hour and charts to play out NFA? It depends. 50-minute usually takes between 1 and 3 hours. The 1 hour takes between 6 and 12. The 4-hour, the 2-hour, I don't trade the 2-hour much. The 4-hour takes between, 8 and 16 hours. However, and then the daily takes even longer. However, I've seen them all play out in an hour and a half. If you get a major dump, the 4-hour can go right to where you want it to go immediately. So anything is possible. Look, we had this falling wedge on Ethereum. Highly likely a break to the upside. Then we had this little flag for ETH. And honestly, so far, we've been nailing the ETH moves here to the upside. We had this falling wedge to the downside, that nailed, right? And we have this rising wedge. We're attempting to break out of this and make new moves for Ethereum. I'm interested. ETH got me like, okay. So let's take a look here for Ethereum. Also, let's take a look at the weekly and the 200. Ethereum never went below the 200 simple on the weekly. That is your bottom. Many times, that's where you want to start accumulating a coin project. How many times if you watched us, we would watch an altcoin pump all the way to the upside, and then where would it go? It would come all the way back down to the 200. Now, if the 200 wasn't there, this was something we also figured out. My man Hadouken figured out. Watch this. You play this. And what happens is the 200 is not there. What happens is the 200 will show up. I keep getting these alerts for AERGO. The 200 will show up. All right? And once the 200 shows up, I'm not going to let that. It's going to take too long. But once the 200 shows up, so it'll appear right here, and the price will be up here, we started realizing, oh my God, it's going to come all the way back down to the 200. And somehow the market makers do this, and this is what they do. And then they like to accumulate here on the weekly. And then they load it back up again for a couple years. And they do the same thing again. So that's looking very scrumptious to me. What I also see on the weekly, which is something that I've backtested many, many times and traded on multiple assets, and it's played out many, many times, is this swing up to swing up here and this swing down, which is solidified by the secondary low here for Ethereum. Tells me that ETH is a huge buy here. And, you know, wow. Now the weekly's a little high. Do we get one more shot at it? I'm a little weary of just this weekly. See, I get mixed signals. That's why I play my support and resistance lines. We are make up, high, up. We got to make a higher high to remain bullish, in my humble opinion. Weekly's got to show us some fireworks here and do some damage and get us above the zone. You see ETH back above here? That's a screaming buy, 2,000, because it's solidified that it broke above the zone. You know what I mean? And you have to remember, too, this was a head and shoulder that played out. You have a shoulder, you have a head, you have a shoulder, the measured move. Didn't even go all the way to the lows yet. You never know. I like this 2-week, I like this 3-day chart, fending off the wolves here. I like this shoulder, head, and shoulder that I see throughout the entire market. All right? So, I'm seeing signs in the deep depths of the charts that no one else really looks at of some serious bullishness for the market. And I don't like to talk. I don't talk that talk until I see that talk. You know what I mean? You know me. I don't talk that talk. I'm usually open-minded. Like, it is what it is. But right now, the market is telling me that's an inverted head and shoulder on the 3-day chart, pushing to the upside. You got above this node. Now you're chopping through this. You get through this. I mean, you're going to fly up to this node, and you're going to go all the way to the end of the liquidity line. That's going to take ETH back to 4,600. All right? Look how long it took to do it last time when it made a pretty substantial move. 159 days. 5 months. Could ETH be in the hot plate in February? I'm just saying. We have October, November, December, January, February. This market could change on you. Things could be different in 2023. You have no clue where we could be. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate that. We have 575 likes, 791 people on the live. We came back from the dead. We had a little bit of a dip, but this live started to rebounce all the way back up, baby, and really get a bit of a move. Shout out to that algorithm for picking me. Hey, Algo, if you lean on me, I'm not going anywhere. All these other YouTubers are taking days off. Algorithm. I don't take a day off. I work like an algo. I'm a bot, baby. Bot life. You know what I mean? Show number 598, we're about to go. We did another 100 days straight. We went from show number 500. We have 2 more. We're going to be at show number 600. We did another 100 days straight. I traveled. I went places with my family. I made sure to buy a laptop. I keep this laptop with me all time. This is my baby right here. This is my Rogue. This is my Republic of Gaming. This thing is amazing. So I do whatever I have to do to be able to keep my stream alive every single day. I am professional about it. I believe in it. And if I don't believe in it, then no one believes in it, right? I always say to everybody, do you subscribe to the life of you? You know what I mean? You got to be the first subscriber to your life. You know what I mean? No one else is going to subscribe unless you do. You know what I mean? So. Okay, so Bitcoin, always a high trender. Bitcoin is trending today. It's trending number 1 in crypto. Multiple topics of discussion leading to this. From the new Canadian pro-Bitcoin Conservative Party leader to the fact that Bitcoin just hit its all-time high hash rate. Many trending tweets are Bitcoin TA and short-term price speculation. KuCoin, Popular Exchange, is trending high in the business and finance. This trend is due to the increased KuCoin socials presence, especially tying other events such as International Video Games Day. KuCoin has been pushing the fact that they support Lunacy burn mechanism, trying to bring traders out of the volatile coin to their platform. KuCoin is also running multiple giveaways, special events, and competitions. They're showing other exchanges how it is done. Dogecoin, highest trending meme coin, is the original Dogecoin itself. Main source of tweets of the Doge community. Interesting. Wow. So that's what's trending today in the markets. All right. On September 12th. Amazing, everybody. Amazing. All right. Shiba is approaching Doge's market cap. Will both of the meme coins survive, or will another coin come to take the crown? What do you guys think? What do you think? Dogecoin. There you go. Remember, whenever tweeting, always put in that hashtag if you can. Just gonna, if you can. Name a coin better than Flux and why? Let's see what people said here. Quant, one world, interoperability. Okay, I like what this dude's saying. And retweet this if you can. Sam, please check. Say my target for Bitcoin is 273 for QTC BTC pair. I don't know what he said. QTC will bump hard. Show bullishness. 300% in a week. ETC. None. Interesting. So Bitcoin staying in this flag. I like that. Sideways, baby. If Bitcoin goes sideways for the day, all coins are going to fly. You're going to see some movement in the altcoins. So a lot of newbies too. A lot of different coins out here, man. I'm so excited to see what's happening because this was nowhere near the bear markets I've been in. I've never seen 500%, 700%, 800%. I never saw anything like that. Never. So there's bearish divergence right there inside of a flag, and I'm going to watch this flag and pump to the upside. There's really nothing else to talk about Bitcoin. I'm watching this flag on the 1 hour. I want to see it play out in the next 8 to 9 hours, go sideways and continue to the upside. We went over the dollar index. Went over like everything, really. We were like so thorough today, it was ridiculous. I wanted to make sure I was completely thorough, and I really nailed it. All right. Bitcoin on the 3-day got legs, baby. Look at the dominance starting to come back to the upside. Look, it hit a low on the 3-day chart. Last time I did that, let's go back. Let's look. Let's flip the charts. Let's look at Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance together on the 3-day chart, shall we? Let's have some fun. Let's do things that we don't see. I haven't seen this on any other channel, so I want to do something different. I don't watch any other channel, really, so I shouldn't say that anymore because I don't even know what the heck they're doing. Anyway, who knows what those guys are doing over there? Those are the other guys. We're not the other guys, Uli. So, look. Let's take a look at Bitcoin's beautiful pumps on the 3-day chart compared to the pumps that it had. So look at this here. Dominance took a huge pump up. That's when Bitcoin would drag from 36 all the way back up to 44,000 here on the 3-day chart. All right. Then dominance would take a dump. And then look, when you have a real hard dump, people get stopped out of their altcoins and Bitcoin dominance goes up. All right. I just want to make this clear. So dominance goes up first, then Bitcoin usually gets sold off and dominance continues to go up. Why is that? Or actually, because people get stopped out of their BTC pairs and it pushes Bitcoin up. All right. So that's kind of like a weird scenario, but it happens. So then you can see here on the 3-day, we would drop while Bitcoin went sideways and it was boring. So people were just grabbing more altcoins. ETH merge, right? But it's almost interesting. That's almost a divergence, right? Like a downward movement in dominance with a sideways movement in Bitcoin. Kind of telling you that there's probably a resurgence coming. And now it's kind of held its way, and we're starting to see a big move up. This is also a bit of a quadruple bottom for Bitcoin dominance, We have this bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4 times we've come to this exact level for Bitcoin dominance. Attempting to bounce to the upside. It's interesting. And the 3-day chart is just getting started for Bitcoin. And honestly, if you look at it this way, You could be like, we're about to break out of the wedge, you know? Like, we're getting ready to break out of the falling wedge. Like, we made our first higher low in the wedge. See, like, low, high, low, high. We tried to do it here, but fell off. Little consolidation. But in the macro, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, higher high, higher low. First time ever on the 3-day chart, we're beginning to do a different trend. You see this? If you flip this upside down, you would consider this a dump. Why? Because you'd be like, we were in this great uptrend. We had a high, we had a low, we had a higher high, we had a low, we had a higher high. But then we couldn't make a higher high. That's a double top, isn't it not? Right? Like, wouldn't that be an M pattern that you short to the downside? And isn't that a shoulder, a head and a shoulder inside of a rising wedge that would break down? Right? So isn't that a bearish sign? But if I flip it upside down, isn't that bullish? I see Bitcoin moving. I really do. And I see it just based on the charts. I don't see anything else. I see a move coming for Bitcoin on the 3-day chart. I see a massive move coming up to this next level of liquidity, somewhere into $30,000 level. And again, I'm as flabbergasted as you. Like, I don't make these calls like this. That's what I see happening. So I guess I'm making a call for Bitcoin that's going up to 30K, but that's just what the TA is screaming at me, that there's a chance we can do that on the 3-day chart. So again, we'll take it one level at a time, one day at a time. All right. So like, we got to get above 25,000 before that even happens. So it looks beautiful, but I don't want to get people too hyped, but it looks pretty interesting to me. All right. So that was a fun deep dive. Bitcoin dominance looks like it's going to come up. Likely to get rejected, right, by that next level, though. How much gas does it have when it gets to this POC here is the question. It's coming for here, though. So watch your altcoins. Looks like dominance is on a bit of a tear. You'd be surprised. Bitcoin hasn't done that huge, insane move when everyone's like in shock yet. Bitcoin hasn't done that recently. So let's take a look at Dogecoin. Doge. I mean, when I hear that it's trending like that, I'm like, might be some easy money on Doge. Doge chain. Don't get caught up. Dogecoin. All right. So look, same why my system works pretty well. Look at this 3-day chart for Dogecoin. Look, the 3-day chart was high here. Don't get in. Look, dumped on you. 3-day was very accurate. Showed you when not to get into the charts. It's screaming for a bit of a move here. Bit of a cup and handle on the 3-day chart. I'm just interesting. Doge will follow Bitcoin, right? And remember, you flip it upside down. That's just like a double top where it ends all the fun and you don't get any higher and it's time to come down again. It's very interesting. So Doge trending on the 3-day chart. Doge trending in the 3-day chart, showing some signs of a big move. Imagine if Bitcoin made that move, this whole market would erupt. Everyone who thought they were super bearish would be flabbergasted. We would, and there's probably a lot of shorts too that are still haven't been squeezed yet, in my humble opinion. Short squeeze, shorts juice. So let's take a look back here. So liquidity just disappeared. They came down to 22.3 and that was it. I mean, there's just no, it looks like we're solidifying a new bottom here. So far, we'll see. That flag is holding. Huge sell wall at 22.5, but that's okay. That actually may create a short squeeze, and we may flash through that wall and go all the way up to, 22.7 and continue on. So I'm interested. They got my ear. Dogecoin on the 3-day chart. Look at BOC. You see, I'm on this 3-day chart. Heavily on the 3-day chart. I'm seeing some massive gains. When I see the 3-day bending like that, the chance we could see some gains, baby. We get above this POC and we're gone. We go all the way to the next one, really, like up in here somewhere. That's like 100 some odd % gains for Doge. And back to this is where we have consolidation. Look, we went down pretty fast. We went down pretty fast here. So we can move up pretty fast. That's a beautiful gap. I keep talking about the gaps and how to play them. I keep showing you how they play out. That's a gap. That's how you gap that money, baby. And no, don't gate. Oh, man. I didn't say. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Rodney doesn't hold weight. He lifts it. Shout out to Rodney throwing. No, he throws it around like he throws weights around like Tic Tacs. People still shorting are pushing the price up. Yep. Check out the S&P one more time. Okay, S&P, beautiful move here, but eventually, yeah, I mean, it's at resistance. Basically hit almost the measured move, was very close to it. 1 hour is getting overbought. 15 minutes overbought, pushing down to the downside. Now it's in this like bigger change. So what we want, also that's like some weird, so what we're looking for, right, is consolidation, continued consolidation. So when in doubt, flag it out. Just continue to go to the target. The target was the length of this flag here because that's what we're looking for here for ES1. Shout out to the 638 likes. You people are unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Dear Lord, thank you so much for the 638 people that you sent into my world. Hit that like button. You are unbelievable, God. I cannot believe what you do for me. Thank you so much for everything. I got you, baby. I got you. I know you got me. I got you. Thank you so much for everything. I love you. I love all your people and everyone in it. I'll continue to do as best things I can. I'll be good to my wife. I'll be good to my mother and father. I'll just cherish my life and cherish my children. Live, love, and live and let live, and just, you know, cherish what I got. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything that you've given me in this life. And thank you for all these likes. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $43.76. And thank you for the viewers. I greatly appreciate the life in which I live. Blessed. Thank you for the discipline in which you gave me to wake up every single morning and kick absolute butt. You know what I mean? Thank you, dear Lord. I love you. My love for God is unending because I know God loves me unending, and I feel it in my heart every single day. And there's just no denying it. So it's obvious to me that God loves me. You know what I mean? It's obvious to me that God loves me. Like without a doubt in my heart. Without a doubt in my heart. Because how could I have such a beautiful life? And how could so many of my dreams come true if God didn't love me? You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Hands down. How could life be so beautiful? And honestly, we do live on heaven on earth, but you got to make your own heaven. You got to work hard for heaven. Heaven isn't given. The devil tries to destroy you every single day, to collapse your dreams, to collapse your life, to make you feel powerless. He does not want you to feel amazing. Does not want you to make other people feel good. The devil does not like people that make other people feel good about themselves. He's like, dang, that guy just redid everything I just did to that person. I destroyed them. This guy just made them, he lifted them right back up again. So every time you can help someone else, you defy the devil in his face. You know what I mean? Every time you can push someone up, every time you can raise a creation of God, you show that we all are so special and beautiful in this world. You know? So look, Tether Dominance wanted to make a bit of a move here. That got me a little worried. You know, or not worried, but excited to make some money on a short. I should always want to make opportunity abound. So if we do come back up on the daily, we want to see that we don't get above this and we come back down. You know? It's just something that we're looking for here. We don't want to see a massive move up here for Tether Dominance. That's not going to be a good look for Bitcoin. All right. Send an email to join the group. I need it in my life. Shout out to Relaxing Reality Escape. Thank you, man. We'll see you there. Let's take a look at OPE, BRISE, Breakout, Retest, SUTER, Fly, Bond, and Kadena. Wow, Super Chat's flying in from East Jordan. Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful work. Can you please help me look at Near and Soul? Because I'm currently putting on shorts. Gina, he gives us the strongest people, the greatest challenges. Keep appreciating what you have and working hard. Love you, girl. He really does. He really, really, really does. You know what I mean? Ape and FYI look nice to me based on Sam's rules. Thank you. Oh, he did it more than once. Yeah, all right. I get it. What are your thoughts on Luna C? Love looking good. Interesting. There's a lot of coins on the radar right now. I already posted a few to the trading group too. What are your thoughts on Luna C? It's interesting. Yes, sir. Pagans love you too. Funny. Gina has the strongest people in the... Yeah, it's true though. I asked God for strength and he gave me more problems to make me stronger. See that? That's key right there. I asked God for insight and he gave me more issues, so I had to figure them out. So I became smarter. You know what I mean? God doesn't give you what you ask for. He gives you what you ask for. Isn't that interesting? Or he makes you get... God doesn't give you what you ask for. He helps you obtain it through your own self. It's the most beautiful teacher on earth. Like, you'll never find a more beautiful teacher. You will never find a more beautiful way to figure out who you are. Like, it's such a blessing. It hurts at first until you can find your destiny. It's not easy. I'll be honest. I was struggling for years, but that struggle created the strength. You know, it was like hardened concrete, baby. So don't let anyone get in your head. Don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do what you want to do with your life. And look, CREDI banging on him to the upside. I talked about this double bottom here. It went up, came back down, went up again. This thing banged on him twice for 100% in the last 6 days. But CREDI up again for huge gains today. And never hit the stop loss. We showed you this double bottom a while back. SRP, super rare ball portion. Interesting. And look, that's a cup and handle right there. All you had to know is, look, that's a cup with the handle. Can you review Rose? Let's take a look at Rose. Shout out to Solar Flare. And the most beautiful flower in the world, the rose, man. So look at this. The 4-hour time frame. Looking absolutely scrumptious in this flag here to the upside. And I see a lot of flags in the 4-hour, all right, around the market. A lot of flags in the 4-hour. Also, right above a POC, it's a big deal. You know, when you break above a POC, you're likely to head to the next one up here. So Rose looking scrumptious to me for possible gains here, maybe even all the way up here. You know, take your pick. Again, Bitcoin could dump at any moment. I want you to understand this. As great as all this looks, I've seen Bitcoin turn, the whole market dump on you, and everything changes. Always use a stop loss. Always be ready for anything in trading. Never guarantee yourself like, oh, I'm on my way, baby. Don't do that. Lack of bearish momentum on the 1-hour. On the 4-hour, 1 hour just needs to come on down for a bit of a retest or a bit of a play here, something like this. Possibly retesting the top trend line. Let's see if the 15 minutes ready to go. That would confirm a retest. It is, in my humble opinion, that's a retest. You broke above the trend line. You're bouncing off the POC. To me, that's an entry for Rose for possible massive gains. I'd be watching Rose for gains. Stop loss below this level here in the POC. Wow. Rose looks like it can do some serious damage today to the upside. All love and support. Everybody needs love. Near and Solana, baby. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. Shout out to East Jordan. Any minute, he says. Okay, we're going to put in Rose here. Looks to be retesting the POC and the trend, the top trend line. Rose USDT looks to be retesting the POC and the top trend line. Super chats. Oh, BRISE, breakout retest, SUTER, Fly, Bond, KD, and REEF. Don't become someone, exit liquidity. I like what he just said. Don't become someone else's exit liquidity. I know, right? Can you please look at Flux? I'm in the trade. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be grateful. Shout out to Beauty. We'll take a look at Flux. I'm in the trade. I just want to say what you said about God and teaching was awesome. I believe I'll stay watching this channel at 11 o'clock time. Thank you. Shout out to Better Understanding. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats, Beebs. Oh, I love you, Gina. That's like my girl, man. I love you, Gina. Thank you for everything. Yo, you've been here since day one. Never played me. Always held me down. You know, my lifers, I've shared so much deep stuff with each and every one of you. And, you know, sometimes I lean on my group. I lean on my elites last night. I lean on my trade group. I go through a lot. It's not easy on this road in YouTube. It's not easy, like, you know, just all the ups and downs and the other things that you don't realize that are happening to you as you start this journey and somewhat of a public life. And, you know, I just appreciate everybody that holds me down. I appreciate everybody that comes to the stream. I appreciate everyone that understands that we're all in this together. So thank you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you. Gratitude is my attitude from the moment I wake up till I go to bed every single day. I stay in a complete state of gratitude all the time until I leave this earth and ascend to my next level, because we don't have time to hate. We don't have time to be upset. We don't have time to be negative. We're only on this earth for so long. Nobody here is guaranteed tomorrow. You know, I don't know about you, but like, you know, recently my wife's father died, and her grandma who raised her. Her mom didn't really raise her grandma did. It was a struggle to watch that. And I remember the day it happened, the 2 days it happened, like our whole world was shattered. And, you know, you think back on those days now and you're like, today's a good day. So remember, man, someone could lose their life that you know today, and you would feel completely different about everything. And I just want to reiterate how special life is. I just want to reiterate how special life is. Like, we have a beautiful gift that we get to share every single day with all these beautiful people. Life is so special. And I have to say it. I just have to say it. Life is so special. And we are so blessed to share it together every day on this live. I know I am so blessed to have you awesome, beautiful people in my life. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from my family to yours. Thank you. You do wonders for me when you show up on this live stream. You've changed my life. Thank you. So look, op looking beautiful to me. Getting tight in a channel with a 4-hour low above a POC too. This looks like we can do some serious damage. The market looking interesting. The daily's shifty because it's overbought, but the other time frames and the bigger picture looking pretty nice to me. Now this could also make a handle here and fall off lower. I don't guarantee anything. There's no guarantees. Stop loss I would put below this previous low here at 99. That's psychological support. Oh, this is optimism. Honestly, with Ethereum merge and a lot of stuff coming out, optimism is likely to continue to pump. So I would keep this on your radar. Optimism is hot. So yeah, and it's making a tight channel, a bit of a symmetrical triangle. It's going to have to hold support and resistance zones, but that 4 hour is extremely oversold, right? Daily's a little high too, but that's high risk at this point. 1 hour's in the sweet spot. It just kind of did a shoulder, head, and a shoulder dump here. Look at it, just dumped out of a head and shoulder. Had a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and it dumped to the downside, right? Now it's coming, like usually that's where you want to buy when you get very oversold at the bottom of the channel. It's creating that you don't want to buy green candles, right? So you got to be buying these red candles. Optimism. Honestly, the 15-minute was low, the 1 hour was low, the 4 hour was low. That's interesting to me. I'm almost like convinced to get into that trade right now. It's like, wow, I don't know, it's makes me want to open up a trade in optimism personally. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. All right. Battling it out right now. Bitcoin could also be dumping quickly too. We want to see, look, and this is also an SR flip. If you hold that zone, that's an SR flip. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Bang. Optimism. With Ethereum moving, this is interesting to me. Optimism. I'm with you, bro. 2 hearts attacked 2 weeks ago. Nearly died. The doctor doesn't know I'm here still, but I do. Amen, bro. Shout out to Sean Nolan, man. When you think of your loved ones who have passed away and cry, that's about you. When you think of them and smile, that's about them. That's amazing. I like that. Bitcoin doing what it did last night. Bookmap time. Bookmap could BTC could ruin all the fun for this trade though. It couldn't. My fiance's father knows he's dying and it's been rough. His sister was murdered last year and he became very ill not too long after. Then her mother killed herself. Oh my gosh. Yikes. That's just that's like a snowball effect. It just gets worse and worse. And this could pump with the ETH merge, you know what I mean? Another thing you can do too, if you want to be less risky, the less risky thing to do is go to the daily, look at all the high dailies, and don't touch one coin that's high on the daily. Don't. Be like, you know what? It's going to do this and make a falling wedge, and I'm not touching this thing. Now, you may miss out, but you won't be playing high risk. And then you'll only play things that are low risk, or that have a lower risk, not low risk, but have a lower risk. Like if this can come back down to the, but look, it did bounce off the golden pocket bounce right there. Dude, it bounced off the golden pocket. Now I am even more interested in this. The daily's spent though, which is weird to me. Telling me that there may be a better entry. But we could get a pop first and then that daily will have to come down on us. It depends. So Bookmap really just huge sell wall at 22.5 saying like you ain't getting by that wall. Like that's like the wall of the Great Wall of China. Like we ain't getting through that. That's insane. We keep exploring where the next low liquidity zone may be for Bitcoin. I got my flag going. 15-minute got super low. Likely we're going to stay in the flag. I do see a head and shoulder possibly forming here though. It's like textbook. The beginning of a head and shoulder pattern. That makes a right shoulder. We will have to short. 1 hour does want to dump on you nicely. See that? 4 hours coming back up for love, but it could turn on you at any moment because it's already been up and down a few times. So I keep it simple. All right. Where's your support? It's right here. Like yellow. So if Bitcoin can stay above 21,800, I remain bullish. So it's that simple. Bitcoin can stay above 21. If I can get a daily candle to close above 21.8, then we remain bullish. So 21,800 is going to be my line in the sand. We break that, we're probably going to head all the way to this lower node at 19,008, and this whole situation will change. We'll end up falling back down to the bottom of the pattern. Shorts will have to be open, and the situation will completely change. So 21.8 is your passage. You hold 21.8, 21.850, you're great. You see a 15-minute or a 7-minute try to bearishly retest that, you're coming down to this high volume node and then lower to the bottom of the thing at possibly 1888. So that's exactly how to play Bitcoin. I just figured it out. I just needed a second to think clearly. You know, and honestly, like if the bulls can't get back above this zone here, also like expect more downside. Like we could see sideways action actually. So that's why I have the flag drawn on the other chart on the Binance US, because I just want to see if we can stay in this flag and not give it up. All right. I am projecting that head and shoulder already now though on the 15-minute. Just looks textbook. I've seen this many times play out just like a head and shoulder pattern. So it's definitely on my radar. Okay. I'll keep you posted. So it's not open to long right now. It's not open to short. Wait for this flag to fill out, then we open to long. Wait for this to break on down and do a bearish retest, then we open to short. This 21,800 is going to really teach us what we need to do, and this high volume node right here is really going to be the positional strength that you're going to want to play off on or off of. Okay? Right there. Look at it on the 1 hour. You don't want to lose this zone. Right now, we made massive amounts of liquidity. We fell. We got back above it. This could be a beautiful SR flip. Resistance, resistance, resistance. SR flip. So 22K. Still holding strong. All right. And remember, the 15 and the 7-minute are getting low. They usually flip back up. So I'm staying in my flag. Nothing has really changed. The only thing that has changed is that there's a possible head and shoulder on the 15 that I'll keep you privy to that I just saw. All right. So think about it. If any channel is going to keep you up to date with exactly where Bitcoin's going to go at that present moment in time, it's going to be me. And I do this for my live stream, and I do this for everyone in the trading group every single day. If I can find it, if I can see it, if I can use my years of pattern recognition for you for $3 a day, then I can, and I will. You know what I mean? I'm careful with the low volume coins on Binance. If you buy in, can't sell until another buyer comes in. So it's something to think about. So it's a sketchy market, sideways behavior. All right. And it's Monday. Monday is not the best day to trade. I want to make that clear. All right. Shout out to all the lifers here for the stream. Shout out for the Blue Coup in the house. Thank you. All right. Let's take a look at SUTER, Fly, Bond, Cadena, and REEF. Sudarusa. SUTER just keep pounding on. Remember that thing? That thing went up huge. Let's take a look at it now. That song was getting on my nerves. I like lo-fi. You know what I mean? They got no lo-fi. They got no lo-fi, huh? They don't know what lo-fi is. Silly. That's sad. They don't know what lo-fi is. So this is coming back to the 706.786 Fibonacci retracement level. Healthy for a bit of a bounce. Exactly. I see what you're saying. You're watching this. You're like, whoa, that's a falling wedge. Now, it's usually going to hit this low volume node, though. You see, because it broke the other one. So to me, we may go all the way down to the 886. No guarantees, but it's possible. Let's look at our daily time frame. And our daily is very overbought. And it's trying to bounce, though, like in round out. See this rounding? I've seen that create a bit of a move in my lifetime. Before I was extremely beat to the ground, all right? However, it could have got bought up because of staking. Like, you got to figure out what happened to this. What was going on? Why did people get interested in it? Got to do a little bit of research into the coin to find out, like, you know, or was it just a pump and dump completely? You know what I mean? Now, coming back down to the 886 retracement would be the safest bet. And these are low liquidity coins that I see. You got the tight moving averages, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 15 minute, all getting extremely oversold. Anything is possible. I don't like where the daily is. So if this does break out, it will defy the daily. Everything is tight. I do like this, I'll be honest, but it's high risk based on the daily. But honestly, even with that daily flipping, it's interesting. I'm also watching Bitcoin closely. You know, Bitcoin loses 22K and then it starts to drop. It's gonna affect the whole market pretty easily, pretty fast. So I want everyone to understand that this is the hardest market to trade that I've ever seen in my life. Like, this market has been the hardest market I've ever traded in my life. I want to make it really clear, okay? I want to make that really clear. You think it's been easy for me? No way at all. This has been one of the hardest markets I've ever traded in my life. With the Fed meetings every other month, with Bitcoin on and off as a risk asset, with the polarization of democracy, with just all the things we're seeing all together at once, it's creating just such a whirlwind of effects for world economies. And when we come out of this together, we will be some of the strongest and known financial historians of the world. We will have lived through it like with a magnifying glass and have watched it through. This is the reset breeder for the CPI explosion tomorrow. There could be a massive move tomorrow. A massive move, honestly. Sol Daily, Doji, plus possible huge shooting star. Nino Strezella. Nice. Shout out to Michael Benitez. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Last time we hit SUTER for huge gains, it was massive. So what I like about SUTER is every single time frame is oversold. The daily could bend on you. And you already came down to the 786 Fibonacci level, every single time frame is oversold. And remember that 3-day could just kind of push the daily through too. Just like the daily pushes on the 4 hour and other time frames. Okay, let's take a look at BRISE breakout retest, someone's saying. So it did break out. It seems to be retesting the trend. I see what you're saying right here. Kind of did already and bounced yet again. Strange patterns though, right? I mean, it's like cat ears right there. That's why I was attempting to put it inside of this flag. It didn't really do well doing that. It didn't respect the flag. That's okay. If it doesn't respect the flag, then that's completely fine. That's what you want. Then you know it didn't. You know, then you got your information. See, the flag gave you the information. If it stayed in the flag, then you would have been like, wow, we stayed in the flag. That's hot. If it didn't stay in the flag, you're like, it didn't stay in the flag. That's not good. So the flag gives you the move, right? By putting the flag out, you know exactly what to do. So look, BRISE pumped nicely for about 18%. Gave it all back when it got overbought on the 4-hour time frame. You see that? So, and you seem to have like not got above this resistance here. Resistance. Let me look at this again and with a new perspective here. Bit of a cup and handle. You see that? The daily looks absolutely lovely for it. Like it's just getting started. I've been focused on the daily, honestly, more than anything else for this coin because like the daily is a cup and handle really and showing signs of a move to the upside. Eventually, over time, if you can hang out long enough. So to me, this is a big boy trade. 3 days not that great. 4 days a little too late. Yeah, I mean this is a big boy trade. You have heavy resistance and support in this exact this is an area of, see this range, even resistance, and you've bounced off this to the upside. So 124% coming out of BRISE in my humble opinion. Stand by that. I like seeing that. I mean, look how low the daily is. We also kind of slightly touched on the fact that there's slight hidden bullish, that swing up, swing down. MACD wants to turn on you, and you have falling volume with falling price, which suggests that you will get a reversal in price action because you're losing the sellers. You tell me, but BRISE still looking good to me, up 8 or 9%. Smaller time frames are minutia, and we may even go a little lower here and bounce off of the 6252 area. We are holding the zone though so far, right? Tacos and nachos for lunch. Nachos. How long have you held Flux for? Since May. You might have qualified for parallel asset drop. Coins need to be in Flux Zell Core wallet at the time of the snapshot to claim them. Thank you. I didn't do any of that. Super Chats Fly Bond in Kadena. Let's take a look at our baby Franklin Fly. So we've been trading Fly on and off for gains. It's been very, very good to the group. That's one that didn't hit, but look, it barely lost much, so it's kind of nice. And actually stop loss and you're done, you know what I mean? So let's take a look here at Fly. And remember, Bitcoin could take it to the ground at any moment in time. I'm a little, like, that's already trying to start to play games there a little bit. But that's a bull pennant for Fly. It's amazing how many times this thing has pumped to the upside. Is Fly ready for more gains? It's above the POC, which tells me that it can get all the way to the next one. Like there's nothing really holding it back. It doesn't have a lot of restrictive resistance on it, and it's retesting previous resistance here. Resistance, bounce, bit of a double bottom there. Falling wedge inside of, falling wedge inside of the flag. Slight cup and handle-esque inside. Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. Last time I saw that it was 1975. But look, I mean, that's a cup and a handle there inside of Fly. It's interesting. I didn't even see that before. Did anyone else see that? Did anyone see that? Anybody? Was I the only one? I don't know. I just want to know if I'm like, wow, the 4-hour looks good too. Daily's a little overbought. See, like, you're playing against a high daily on a lot of these. 3 days also starting to make a bit of a, look how that 3 day played out. Just like, you know what I'm saying? 3 days are amazing charts. So if you hit, you hit, but you have to remember that the daily's not in your favor. You're going against a high risk trade. I personally don't take trades when the daily's a little too high. And I miss out on a lot of gains because of it, I'll be honest. But I also don't get hurt on a lot of losses because of it. So you tell me how you feel. You know, Flux parallel asset drop is equivalent to 5% of your total coins. Next stack shot is October. Can swap parallel asset to native Flux. Worth doing. Free Flux. The daily is what confuses me, but can't push even higher on the daily. We can push way higher on the daily. Don't worry about that. Just take it step, and that's why I don't get confused. So you won't be confused. Listen, if the daily confuses you, just know that it is what it is and put it to the side. Be like, all right, I get the daily confusing me. Are you still offering a discount on classes for the lifers? Also, if payment process on Me6 is more beneficial for you, how would I go about switching from Patreon to Me6? Thanks for your wisdom in the life lessons. Just go to Patreon, hit cancel, learn how to cancel a Patreon. You know, type how do I cancel Patreon? How do I cancel a Patreon? Right? Type in how do I cancel Patreon, which we bring you to the help center here. Click settings, go to active memberships, click edit or cancel the payment, select options, and cancel your membership. Once you do that with Patreon, then just go right to the link at the bottom of my video right now, right away, and join the trading group right here. And join the trading group. And we have a link right there. Join the trading group, right? Also pin this into the comment section here, so you have it. All right. Let's take a look at Bond, Cadena, and REEF. REEF, an oldie but goodie. Can you check Luna C? Everyone wants to know a little bit about Luna C. So Fly might, you know, there's a chance Fly makes some huge gains. Huge gains. Me, I might put like $500 on it and be willing to lose 200. You know what I mean? Like, I'd put a small amount. See if I can turn that into $2,000. It'd be awesome. Or, you know, 1,000, you know, whatever, you know. Thanks for smashing the like button. Thank you for all the super support. Appreciate you, East Jordan. Thank you, CNC Ireland. Thank you, Love Learning. Thank you, Laura Flipper Jackson. Thank you, all the awesome moderators in the game. Crypto Life Changer. Each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. We love all of you. Gina Bombina in the house. And everyone that makes it awesome. I greatly appreciate it. Adam 3L looking fire. I was noticing that while looking earlier in your stream. Hello from Houston, Texas. Thanks for smashing the likes, and thank you for the supers. So, let's keep it moving. We're going to get them all done. Let's take a look at Bond. Market's looking a little spicy now that we start to kind of open our minds up and start to see what's going on. Bond was in that flag, never made it, right? Not every flag's going to hit. Look, low stochastics, there's the flag. Didn't hit. 4 hour just gave up on us. Honestly, then went sideways and gave up us again. You want to look at Bond on the daily. I mean, it's got beat to the ground. We've traded it for so many gains, and then it was gone. It was just so interesting. I took like $2,000 out of this coin, and I never talked about it. I never looked at it again. Daily showing indecision, like 3-day, like everything looks like it wants to fly. Imagine if this whole market just erupts, takes everything with it. I've seen it happen. No one knows when it will happen. You got to stay open-minded to catch it. If you're not open-minded and you're like, oh, I know where it's going, I know what it's doing, you're going to miss the biggest moves of your life. You got to just know that it is what it is and take it for the ride that it's going to take you for. Like, you know what I mean? Don't tell yourself you know where it's going. One step at a time. One step at a time. All right? I personally don't love the coin, and I don't like the trade. But it's in a falling wedge. It could break out 68% of the time. 1 hour's oversold. 4 hours oversold. Daily's an indecision, so it could bounce nicely. But it's like you're trying to catch a falling knife. I mean, it doesn't have really any support where it's at right here at all. So it's like hanging on a ledge, like on some new area that it made. Could easily dump back down to this area or double bottom here. So I'd be wary of this, and if I miss out on it, I miss out on it. I'm not a fan right now at the moment of Bond. Let's take a look at Cadena. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. I'm just taking a look at the coin. Cadena back at 163. This is a project I would dollar cost average into, personally. It's a project I believe is going to be somewhere in 10 years from now, for at least 3 to 5 years from now. I could unload some coins in the next bull run and make a nice little nest egg for myself. So I like Kadena. It's got a big market cap though, and there's probably some better gems out there. All right, you got the cup and handle forming here in a bit of a falling wedge on the right side. You did break out and you're starting to make a move. However, the daily is extended and you didn't get above the previous high, which is my trading prerequisite. Daily must break above the zone. 4 hours also an indecision. And look at this. This is heavy resistance for Kadena. Can't get above 170. Been showing signs of like not being able to get above that for a while now. Wow, so Kadena can't get above 170. Extreme resistance here for Kadena. So are we gonna, it's possible that it makes what I see. Basically makes a right shoulder here, but I do see some downside coming for Kadena based on that daily and the 4 hour. Doesn't look like it's struggling to get above 170. I think it's gonna have to test this POC at 154 one more time before it can make any legs to the upside for Kadena. Let's take a look at REEF. I remember REEF, man. How could you do it to me, REEF? Wow, huge move for REEF. Unbelievable. You have to remember, these groups just get a hold of them and they go pump and dump. But that shoulder, head, and a shoulder too to the upside. So you just shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and we got the move to the upside. It's a falling wedge that broke to the upside as well. REEF. To me, I feel like it was just like picked to pop. I mean, low stochastics though, and everything was there for the move. Lack of bearish momentum and a move to the upside. You also had the 21 crossing the 200-day moving average, which showed you that there were signs of life, and you started to make a flag there. So important learning patterns. Now rugs will code a bookish pattern. Them W gone. Because Ryan Matta is bullish on it. Bullish on what? You got to repeat things so when I see them, I can see what you're saying. It would be nice to keep me in the conversation. I know it's just my live stream, and I go, you guys are having your own conversation, but it would be nice if I could be a part of it. Now, shout out to everybody here. Super chats all covered. Thank you. XLN and Luna 1 is going to do big things in the future. They go live in 18 days, and I'm pretty sure it looks like a solid project. XLN Luna 1. Yeah, I'm sure. Sorry there, boss. No worries. I just want to know what's going on. Last week, I bought some physical gold. Good time to buy, in my opinion. Keeping my assets in different baskets. I used to buy physical gold, and I guess it's good to, I personally believe it's good to have some physical gold. But like 10 ounces, at one point, it's just like, you got to run around with it. I don't know. I believe Bitcoin's far superior than gold. I do believe. And I was a gold bug for 10 years. I just believe this is the time to be buying Bitcoin, honestly. Because look, I look at Bitcoin on the grand scale of things, on the all-time history index, and I look at it on the 2-week chart, and I'm always saying, whenever the 2-week chart was extremely low, these were the best times for me to accumulate my BTC, and so I was getting it down here, I was getting it right there, I was getting it right there, I was getting it right there, and I'll be getting it right here. So whenever the 2-week is below the dotted line, I'm scooping up Bitcoin. I'll tell you that right now. So. Now we need a retest. That's what we need. We need a fast retest in this 1 hour, which looks like it may be happening. They're doing a really good job of keeping us above 22K. Look, possible retest. Head and shoulder still looms though, for sure. Okay. Now you're very oversold in the 15, getting a bit of a bounce here. But this is sideways price action. Like I said before, all it matters is that we defend 22,000, 21,800. You know what I mean? Babe, you need a code? I texted Brian. He picked me up. All right. I know you did. Been a lot going on. Okay. I tend to work better when I don't sleep. Dude, KAMBRIA trying to consolidate from, like, people like this coin. I want to find out what the heck it's doing. And now I'm curious to, like what it's all about. I want to know what it's doing. I think we looked at it before, but I want to look at it again. KAMBRIA.io, Ethereum, all right, 0.2, $5 million market cap, all right. Open Innovation Ecosystem is an open innovation platform for deep tech, AI, robotics, blockchain, VR. Visit our platform, subscribe to our newsletter. Follow these deep tech projects. Start a program with solution changes. KAMBRIA Starter Program. Are you a developer? Are you a solution seeker? Project portfolio, investment, commercialization, partnership, or recruitment opportunities. Explore now. KAMBRIA NFT IP program. Explore now. Wow, it looks like it's got a whole building block. Open innovation hubs. Deep tech education. Tokenomics. Wow. I mean, if they are, I like what they're doing. Founder, Dr. Thu Vu, is a serial entrepreneur with multiple company acquisitions, the last one by Google. He has deep expertise in game theory, tournament design, and multi-agent systems. He earned his PhD from Stanford and BS from Carnegie Mellon, both in computer science. Dr. Thu is a social entrepreneur in Vietnam, involved in several community projects. Interesting. Looks like he gets around. Out of Vietnam, Polygon, Dragon Capital, Viet AI, Hashed, Aura Chain, Tomo Chain, Perlin, Crypto.com. Okay. KAMBRIA. I mean, that's a flag again. I'd be wary of it after all the pumpage, but I mean, this thing just, every time I touch it on a flag, it continues to bang. So, just crazy. Is there possibly more gains coming? There's a chance. There's a chance. There really is. Little oversold, though. It's super high risk if you touch on this. As a beginner, I wouldn't touch it. I personally wouldn't touch it, but I have seen it happen. So it's like in the middle. That's why trading is like up to you. You got to make your plan. I can give you the probabilities, but then you got to make your plan. Raven basically almost hit the target there. Got very close. And you have to remember, it's also Monday, False Move Monday. So Monday's a sketchy day to trade. You know, if Bitcoin just tanks and goes all the way back to the downside, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, what do you want, AR? I see what's going on here. Look. It's in the 618 Fibonacci golden pocket right here. It came back down. Invite only scripts. Lifer Vision A. Momentum Master B. There's an indicator that we're working on. I just want to showcase it real quick and see what it's saying. It's giving this circle buy here. I kind of want to test that circle buy. The circle buys are pretty good. Then the two, though. It's interesting. Saying AERGO might make another move. It's interesting. I want to see what the Williams is doing on the 15 and the 4 hour. It's interesting. Could be flipping. And what this does is it shows you multiple time frames of the stochastics at once. So like I can show high time frame stochastic, show low time frame stochastic. And so I'm able to see when I'm on the 4 hour, I'm able to see the 1 hour, which is this yellow line, right? And I'm able to see the daily, which is this line here. And if I switch to the 1 hour, right? And you could take them off again if you want to find out which one it is, right? So you're like, all right, I want to look at multiple time frames. I don't want to have to look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour at the same time. So I want to see the 1 hour and the 15 minute. So I put on the lower time frame. If I'm in a scalp, the 15 minute, and look, they're both low. And the Williams is low, telling me there's a chance for a 15-minute scalp on this coin. And there's a circle inside of the square with the 4, you know. It also shows me where a probable stop loss should be placed based on this position here of the 16. Danny, this is what I mean. See how this, I want to see this leave this. This is what I was actually talking about. I just want to see this kind of move a little further away in point if it can, if that's possible, or come down. I've noticed it's on the 16, you know. Ah, there it goes. When I move to the bigger screen, it's fine. But it just, see, for me, I think we could, if you want, I'm just nitpicking, but you know, I would like if we could kind of swing that out and not get, and then, you know, anyway. Showing me that AERGO is looking like somewhat of a buy here at 22. And again, it's my system. So if you learn my system and you understand stochastics, 1 hour, 4 hour, the flipping and the alert system and all that, this will come into play. This just gives you an alert from multiple time frames at once, so you don't have to go scanning. It basically, you learn my system, then if you do, and then you can either, honestly, and you may just want to trade the other way. You may never have to use this. But if you want, we'll produce this indicator, and it will go hand in hand with your studies. So you learn from me, you take the beginner's course, you stay in my group for a couple months, you understand what I'm doing, you understand my system, and then bang, I mean, you know. See, I'm always in between on the idea. I guess I could ask the people. I'm going to go on a limb. Does the indicator take away from my business? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Right now, $99 to join the trading group. But what if the indicator is like, you know, 1,000 lifetime, I don't know, $40 a month, you know, subscription, or so, I don't know what it will be. I'm trying to figure it out. Will people just buy the indicator and not join the trading group? You know what I mean? And I'm always back and forth on this, and I don't really, and that's like a business move, a business decision. It's like you have Coke and Diet Coke. Do you just keep selling Coke, or do you come out with an alternative? You know what I mean? The trading group is priceless. All the systems work depending on the chart. Thanks, Gina. Will do. I've been a lot down on Phantom. Was thinking to shift some other project, but Phantom is very legit. We'll look up more into it. By December 25th, we'll be at or below 17K if it does what it has 3 other times. Just patterns, I believe, Warren. Look at the fabulous punctuation and no typos. Took forever. Amazing. It's a nice job. Sam, I was saying earlier, the rug pulls can code bullish patterns, then have it drop to trade to trap buyers in. It's pretty crazy. Trading group is so good that the indicator would just be a bonus. The ones who need signals only, they will go for the indicator. The others, the group. You have polls in chat? Keep it up in the group first. Keep it in the group first. Is the $99 a month or just $99 one-time payment? $99 a month, my friend. Indicator is beautiful, but you got to learn the sauce and prove you're a lifer to be privileged. My man. The trading group is priceless. All the systems work to pay. Yeah. Thanks, Gina. We'll do lifetime membership, NFT. Yeah, we got to make one of those. We're going to make one of those too. Or even just a yearly membership NFT. Right? And it uses the Williams, which is very similar to my RSI. And it uses volume-weighted moving averages. So what it is, here's the gray line is the volume-weighted moving average. Right? Or the money flow index, really, right? Showing how much money, how much volume's coming in, how much money's coming in, right? And then we have crystals here, which are divergences on the money, on the volume-weighted moving average, right? Do you have a survey poll options in the chat? Yeah, I could do that. The trading group is a community that supports everything we practice and achieve every day. It needs to be a trading group feature. I don't know. See, you don't want to use the word need. The word need creates lack. See, the trading group is a community that supports everything that needs to be. The trading group doesn't need anything. The trading group just could add things and can progress. The trading group can progress. It doesn't need anything. Need is saying that it's lack. When you use the word need, you create lack in your life. I need to have a girlfriend. That means you're telling the universe, I don't have a girlfriend. And then you're really repeating to the fact that you're not good at getting women. And then you're going to continue to stay single. No. I would like to form a better way of behaving around women. That's how you change. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. And look, did I talk about the 333? Look, the 23:33 and the average view duration. It's every time. I say it every day. I talked about it earlier today. There has to be a 333 involved in the day. If it's not there, then my day doesn't exist. Like, it's just not part of the day. I'm telling you right now, every single day, I am surrounded by that number. It is around me all the time at any given moment. Look, it just changed, and there it goes. And I always catch it, too. I always catch it wherever I find it. YouTube does not support SuperChat in my country. It's okay. It's all right. There's another way right here below. You can do a Streamlabs, and it will still show up. There's no point for indicators if you don't know how it works. I love Douglas Leandro. Thank you. Okay. And look, we're holding 22,000 very nicely, everybody. The flag did hold. The flag did hold. I'll scan the market. I'm going to see if I see anything fun for the traders in my trading group or just some setups that I believe are most likely to play out. We'll go over them together. You may send something my way. I'll send some your way. We'll have some fun in the trading group. Get excited, everybody. Get excited. Someone asked about Sol because he was attempting a short. Let me just take a look. 22-hour does say it's about to dump on you. That's interesting. And you're at a resistance point. Just like Bitcoin, though. There are anomalies on these time frames where they erupt when to me, that's still kind of a breakout, no? It's a little too wide at that point. Just following Bitcoin in that tight channel, like, maybe it makes a cup and handle, right? That 22-hour doesn't look great. Four-hour also not in your favor. You see some slight bearish divergence. Stargate Finance, STG, my man. I love you. Brian Gonzalez, Bryson, my dude. How did you know? So look, we had this in a cup and handle. It fell. Where did it fall to? Let's kind of readjust this. Took a dump right now. Right to the 618 and the 0.65. It's in the golden pocket right now. It's interesting. Right? From the impulse to impulse. It's in the golden pocket. Very oversold in the 4-hour time frame. That to me would be a move. Right when it gets a red candle dump. But again, that's high risk. That's called an aggressive entry. Very aggressive entry. 50 minutes low. Everything is low though. Honestly, like something's like my body's like, ooh, that's a good buy right now. You know? Daily could be flipping on you, but the daily could continue to dump too. This is it. Indecisive. And you got Bitcoin and it's false move Monday. At the end of the day, a lot of times when I see indecisiveness in the market, I shrink my trades down to pattern trades, and I just pattern from here. Like I'll be like, you know what? I'll just snatch from here to here. You know what I mean? And I won't care if the bigger move is going to come. I just play the 15-minute and the 1 hour for anywhere between 3 and 17%. You know, I just try to get something out of that move. That's it. Now, worry about everything else later. It might come on back down. And then the bigger idea, when the daily resets, everything looks better and I see more clarity, then I go hard, you know? So, it's kind of what I see for SDG. Possible move here to the upside on the 1 hour time frame. 17% gains coming. False move Monday. Is that a thing? Did my wife ask for eggs? And my baby Flux. I gotta look at Flux. Damn, just dumping hard. Coming back down for that move. It's like Bitcoin. Attempting to hold the zone. I see. I'm gonna delete. I try to like rework my thing. See what I see here. Interesting. We got this nice POC sticking out here too, which is holding zone. And we have this nice support and resistance, which is bouncing off of here. Kind of had a shoulder, head, and a shoulder in there. Very oversold in the 15, 7. The daily's just kind of not in your favor. You see how the daily's like struggling a little bit. And the daily is showing some bearish divergence. So you have swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Does Flux come all the way back to 76 before a major pump to the upside? It could retrace, right? Based, you know, and it can't get above this node. Usually it can't get above a node. Where does it go? Down to the next liquidity zone, right? I was bullish on Flux, but it didn't make the move. So far, it didn't make the move that I was expecting it to make. You know, that pumped there, but the next flag didn't play out. You know, getting pressed by some bearish div and some bullish bearishness on the daily time frame. Yep. Flux could pull off a move even just to the top of the channel, 25% gains. All right, expect at least a bounce back, even if it continues to dump. I'd say at least a bounce back in here, and then the falling wedge could take you down. 1 hour time frame does want to bounce back up, but we just got a kind of bit of a dip here. Let's take a look at total 3. Did all the altcoins just take a massive dump? They did. Did Bitcoin just take a massive dump? Not like the altcoins did. You see that? So Bitcoin dominance must have just taken a pump. Okay? It did. So look, dominance is flying. Watch your altcoins. When dominance pumps like this, be careful. All right? It creates an issue for the altcoins. You don't want to see, look, 41.41. Remember I went over that idea? And I had my double line. I said, we want to see dominance get above 41.41. We got above it now. It's a good sign for Bitcoin that it's starting to kind of creep on back. It is getting high on the 1 hour. Let's look for a relief rally in the altcoins once we come up here and go sideways. You know what I mean? But when this pumps, altcoins take a bit of a hit. All right? Bitcoin pumping back up. It really wants 22,500. It's very likely we hit 22.5 today. Very likely. Maybe a chance to take some profits once we get there. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Remember, you can, you will, you are the best. Show up every single day to whatever your love and dream is, and you'll make it your love and your dream. It's that simple. Your destiny will become you if that's what you want. Use the 4 Ds. Get a desire to do something that you love. Find out what it is. Find out what you love. Get desired. Find passion in your life. When you find passion, you'll know what you want to do with your life. Bang. Number 2, become disciplined. You're going to have to do it every day. You're going to have to do it some days when you don't feel the greatest, but you have to do it anyway. Stay disciplined. Number 3, you're going to have dedication to what you love and do it over and over again. And number 4, you must have determination, because there's going to be some times where many obstacles coming your way. You're going to have to push through them no matter what. Everyone, I love you all. Stick to the 4 Ds. Stick to yourself. Believe in yourself. And amazing people are going to come into your life because you're going to be vibrating high. I love you all. Have a wonderful time for the rest of the day, and I'll see you in the chat group. I'll see you in the trading group. And just be safe. Treat yourself well and love yourself. You deserve it. Have a great day. Let's roll that camera. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage, Danny.